Damn it. Trying to get me all killed.
Oh yeah. What is it? Yeah, it's the camera. Maybe I have. Oh, I hadn't. Oh yes, I hadn't last quarter. But I'm very aware of his personality and his demeanor.
Yeah. And they're liking the frame, and I know they are liking it. Is see kind of if I can spot the queen first, because once you have the queen, she kind of holds the whole colony together. So
That's
she.
what I figure, right?
Yeah, Matei, good work.
Yeah, she releases a pheromone. And I'm going to bring a box out here that has beeswax in it. And it's basically like a 5-star bee hotel. So if everything goes as planned, they'll want to walk. They'll just, once they smell the wax, sometimes they just walk right in themselves. I'll use probably a little bit of smoke to kind of help guide them in. So if you smell smoke, don't be alarmed. I know it's like a scary thing living in Southern California and smelling smoke, but it's just coming from my smoker, so nothing's going to be on fire. So if you smell smoke, that's what it's going to be from.
It's cool. It's just next to their house.
How many do you think are in there?
There's maybe
My neighbor's already almost lit.
Yeah, your neighbors almost burned their house down too, so we're like used to it.
3,000
Did you know that you were going to be in for the street? Oh, I'm beverage and
3,000.
where?
I'll be ready.
That's probably what.
You'll be ready. Doing, by the way. But yeah, we can also ask. I can ask Evan. Let me throw the text out a little fast. Yeah. He like goes big. He has like a moppy hair. He's like shorter. Yeah, shorter.
So these will just start their own colony.
Like battle, like.
Say that again?
These guys will just start their own
Yeah, so they.
beehive somewhere where you keep them.
Yeah, so we take them to a hospital apiary where they can kind of continue to live happy bee lives
Nice.
and not be, a nuisance in a neighborhood.
That's cool.
Yeah, we have over 80 apiaries in Santa Barbara County.
Really?
Yeah.
A lot. That's nice.
Yeah, and we have like foster parent programs, so people who want to keep bees but don't really know where to start or where to go, we'll bring bees like this to them.
Look at these guys. There's a whole ton of bees in the.
Yeah.
Were you putting mead in that?
All right, I really want to make some mead. It is going to the apiary. I love the apiary. Huh?
It's not okay. Hold on. I think you need a great option.
Are they settling in?
Yeah, they're like in the box. Once they're in there, they're pretty much staying.
Got a straggler.
It's just getting these last ones.
It's really cool.
Everything is worth asking. Like it's worth an ask. Well, you failed every test. Oh, he failed every test. Yeah. I don't think we're far enough. He's D. He got a. I shouldn't say failed. He got a D minus. Yeah, D minus or an F on every. Well, it's just like. Yeah, it's just a D and an F, but like it still breaks down as like a D minus, like so to speak, as far as like the way the grades. But I would give him a D on that one.
He's getting a D. Yikes.
Oh.
Oh. Half your class?
Oh, yeah.
Oh! Alright, now I'm gonna give him a little shake. So you might want to.
Is this getting real?
Yeah.
Are they coming on? Just push like.
So this is when they might kind of go airborne a little bit. I want to get this as quickly as I can under them.
I know, like the whole swarm. Cartoons, just like the little. Oh, that's Ooh, a ton. Holy moly. Don't worry, guys, you're in the Bakara.
This is considered a swarm, right?
Oh yeah, now they're firing up.
Which is the purple flowers? There's a bumblebee. Sometimes the bees at once.
I missed you at lunch, Judy.
The bumblebee is black with a yellow
That's
feather.
not as talkative. I like Michael.
I mean, yeah, the bumblebee
It was
is
great.
black with
You know what?
a
I
yellow
actually
feather.
came back from lunch with a smile on my face. Because it was like the kids were playing together and like and it was way it seemed calmer. Yeah, no, and it was not fake. It was literally calmer. I felt like the kids were settling in because they could then sit with their friends because they're kind of loners. Have like, and I'm not sure if it's listen, I don't know if it's a state rule like or if it's the program rule. I'll look that up. So do you think it was worth it? Yes, I think that I've learned.
Have you found the queen?
Not yet. She could have already gotten into the box when I did one of those really big shakes in the beginning. But she also still could be in this little tent here.
Did they attack though if you grab the queen?
What was that?
Do they attack if you grab the queen?
No. They're like aware of the queen, but they don't know like, you know, she has like some guards and things, but they're not like, they don't know like exactly where she is all the time. You know, they'll eventually find her. Like if she goes airborne, they'll all eventually follow. And now the majority of them is in the box. So the ones here.
It's amazing.
I don't think it's 20 on that.
It's really
She is in here.
Top of the counter.
I think she already got in there.
You think
You
so?
see it? There's some in there that are fanning.
You got the message on YouTube?
I did. Yeah, thank you. I let them know. I'm editing everything tonight, and then I'll have this week's videos, which will be the final one.
Okay.
There's actually going to be, I think it's 7.
Yeah, see all that? They're all fanning. They're
What does
sticking
that
their
mean?
Butts up in the air,
Yeah.
and so they're telling everyone else up there, saying, "Come here."
Ah.
They're sending out. It's called an orientation scent.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Super helpful.
Did you guys hear that? So they're fanning, they're lifting their butts up in the air, calling everybody into the box.
The flower dance they do?
Yeah, they are amazing.
Is it kind of like when they dance to tell the others they how to pick flower?
I don't know.
I know. I'm like, whoa, time flew by real fast. So, my goals.
She's wearing contacts.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the queen is in there.
Okay, well we can come back, bud, okay?
I'm gonna grab some bee repellent, which will get those last ones off that branch.
Oh my god, yeah. We've been out here forever.
That's cool.
Somebody get this man a cocktail over here.
I know.
He's on the clock
Nick, are you
though.
still on the clock? I got something for you. Latoya, are you doing trash day soon? Okay.
People go the extermination route more when it's
Just a little bit.
like in their wall, because doing like this is like pretty quick and easy. Like we're gonna charge for like an hour of work, but those bigger removals, they can sometimes take multiple days, and there's a lot of repairs involved afterwards. And so sometimes people, for financial reasons, I think, just decide like this is too much. We're gonna just exterminate them, because it's a lot easier just to kill them than to try to safely remove them. But even with exterminating the bees, you still have to go in and remove all that wax and comb, or else more colonies are gonna just move in. Yeah, so we have over 80 apiaries in Santa Barbara County. So these ones are kind of small. So they're gonna go to our hospital apiary, which is, we have 3 of them. The one I'll probably take these ones to is in Barger Canyon, which is on the mountainside of Foothill Road in between Ontario and La Cumbre.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's where I'll take this colony. And I was saying to these folks over here that I might even combine them with another small swarm to kind of help give them a little extra boost so they can make it more in the future. Because that's also like, you know, we rescue these bees, but then we continue to care for them for years afterwards.
So how do you, like, when you say care for them, like, what do you, like?
Yeah, so a lot of honeybees are faced with a lot of difficulties. There's a lot of pests and diseases that can be really harmful to honeybees. So varroa mite is one of the biggest ones. And so we monitor for varroa and we treat them for it to keep them nice and healthy. And then we'll also supplement in the like dearth months when there isn't a lot of flowers blooming. We'll give them some sugar water to help with their nutrition, because a lot of colonies, you know, like especially when we don't have a good rain year, you know, there's not as much that's blooming, and so the bees really struggle. Just kind of we worry about, you know, when there isn't a lot of rain.
Yeah.
It's a bummer for the honeybees too, because that means they'll have less to forage from.
You said
Yeah.
these were small. Is it because of age or nutrition?
No, so the swarm was on the smaller, like the number of bees was on the smaller side, and that's actually a really good question. I don't know. So usually the swarm is 80% of the original colony. So this swarm came from a mother colony somewhere in this area, and 80% of those bees from that original colony and the queen took off in the swarm, and they landed here on this branch.
Why they leave?
So right now is swarming season. It's how the bees spread their genetics. So it's natural for bees to swarm. When they fill up their space, they know that they're gonna fill it up like weeks. So this was planned for weeks. This swarm, they know weeks ahead of time. because they'll start building a new queen in the original colony.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and so they start feeding a larva royal jelly, and that's the only difference between a worker and a queen bee is the diet that she's fed when she's a larva. So genetically, they're exactly the same.
Will they get along when you combine it with a new swarm?
Yeah, so when you combine, the queens will fight to the death, and it's survival of the fittest. So you get the stronger queen after combining two swarms. But the likelihood of a small swarm, surviving is a lot lower. So we'd rather combine two and have one survive than have two small ones that don't make it. You know, we want to keep as many colonies out there pollinating as possible.
Do they react to, like, or recognize, are they aware of the difference in their genetics? Can they tell one
Yeah.
apart from the other?
Yeah, so we use a lot of smoke too when we do the initial combination, and we'll checkerboard each frame. So we'll do one from one colony, one from the other colony, one from the, so they're all kind of confused, and the pheromones get all mixed up, so that they can kind of like reset with the new swarm that they're in, or new hive that they're in.
And at that point, you looking at them, would you be able to differentiate?
No, like I can't, like there are different genetics, even like within Santa Barbara. There's like the European honeybees, there's Africanized bees, and they're all kind of known for different traits. Sometimes I can tell a difference with the queen. The queen has like different markings sometimes that can kind of help, you know, differentiate if she's a certain kind of genetic. But just like a regular worker, I can't really tell just by looking at them. I'd have to like interact with them.